Google just dropped a wave of new AI tools. Gemini, AI overviews, and now AI mode. It is confusing, it's fast moving, and if you're not paying attention, it will cost you traffic and destroy your SEO efforts. In fact, it probably already has. So in this video, we're going to have a frank chat. I'm going to break down the difference between all of these products that Google keeps pumping out between Gemini, AI overviews, and AI mode. Number 2, we're going to talk about what it means for your website traffic and possibly leads. Number 3, we're going to talk about what you can do about it, how you should respond. And then we're going to talk about a few hidden wrinkles in the system that I see that no one really is talking about. But this could really make everything come crashing down. So grab a cup of the beverage of your choice and let's chat. So first, let's talk about these 3 Google AI products that will affect your traffic and SEO. First, we've got Gemini. What is it? So back in late 2022, ChatGPT burst onto the scene and blew everybody's minds. It could write content, analyze data, and explain concepts simply in just a matter of seconds. Well, Google saw the writing on the wall. It knew that if it didn't respond quickly, a lot of its users would jump ship, go over to ChatGPT, and use it to do a lot of the things they used to do on Google. So their response was Gemini. Now, Gemini is the app that Google created to compete directly with ChatGPT, and it has a very similar user interface, a very similar experience to ChatGPT, and basically does the same things that ChatGPT can do. But sometimes there's confusion because Gemini is also the name of the technology, basically the brain that runs all of Google's AI models. So just keep in mind that Gemini is the name of the app, but it's also the name of Google's underlying AI engine. Then in 2024, Google rolled out the AI overviews, and you've probably seen these at the top of the search results when you're on Google. And these are quick AI-generated responses to search queries that appear at the top of the Google search engine. And this, of course, pushed all the actual search results, that is the website links, further down the page. And since a lot of the times the AI overview would answer the searcher's query, they didn't need to click on any links. And this is in addition to what Google already introduced a few years ago with its featured snippets and its People Also Ask section that also answered queries directly on the Google search engine, and thus the term zero-click search was born. So zero-click search refers to users not clicking on any search results because their question was already answered directly on Google. And now Google has recently introduced AI mode. So AI mode is embedded directly within the Google search engine and provides a more personalized and comprehensive response to your search queries. So instead of providing a list of links that the user has to go through, it answers your question directly in a conversational tone. And you can also ask multi-step questions or follow-up questions. And AI mode can present information in various formats, so like text, images, videos, maps even. So it's kind of a cross between the AI overviews and the Gemini app. To access AI mode, you just go to Google and then type in your search query, and then you'll see it as a tab at the top. You can click on it and get to it from there, or you can just go to google.com/AI mode. Now, at the time of recording this video, it may not have rolled out to every user, but it's coming. So why is Google pumping out all of these AI products? Why couldn't it just settle on one? Well, basically the answer is Google doesn't just want to compete in AI, it wants to own it. They don't want anyone to leave its search engine or the Google ecosystem. It's a smart business move. So it wants to be everywhere and provide an AI search experience anywhere and any way that people want it. So that's whether they want an AI assistant like Gemini, a quick answer to a search like with the AI overviews, or if they want an interactive, comprehensive experience like with AI mode that's embedded right into search. So now that we know the difference between all of these AI tools, what does it mean for you? Well, it means if you continue to do SEO the same way that you always have, fewer people are going to find you in the search results and you're going to lose organic traffic. Just looking at this graph by SparkToro, based on research from Datos, only 40 to 41% of all searches actually garner a click from the search results, whereas about 58 to 59% are zero-click searches. Now, I did not say that your organic traffic is going to die off completely, the way that a lot of naysayers would like to have you believe. Still, there will be some people using Google in the traditional way. It just depends on what their goals are. So think about it. Why do people use search engines? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Sometimes they want answers to questions. Sometimes they're doing research. Sometimes they want news. Sometimes they want to find a specific website or person. And sometimes they want to buy something. So if you're a company looking for a specific B2B product or service, AI can't make a purchase decision for you. It could recommend certain brands, sure, but with B2B, the sales cycle is long, and this is because companies need to do their due diligence and research companies thoroughly before they decide to do business with them. And oftentimes, they need to make a business case to the executive leadership, and an argument like, well, the AI told me it was good, probably isn't going to hold water. So you do want to optimize your content for search engines if people are finding you there. But you also want to optimize for the AI overviews and AI mode because these provide links to sources and you want your brand to be one of them. Now, before I share 3 tips on how to adapt your SEO for AI, please take a moment and do these things here below: the liking, the subscribing, the commenting. Please and thank you. I appreciate you. You rock. All right, so here are a few tips on how you can adapt your SEO for AI. So number 1, I recommend focusing on content with commercial or transactional search intent, meaning searches that indicate people want to buy, rather than informational search intent. Because with informational search intent, the AI could probably answer those pretty easily. So for example, the informational search query, how do I know when to outsource my accounting, could easily be answered by AI. But if they're typing in a commercial or transactional search query like small business accounting services, that's a very clear indicator that they want to buy something. So they're more likely to click through on those search results and go to your company website, find out what your full offerings are and what you're all about. And focusing on commercial and transactional search intent is a great strategy anyway, because you already know that these people are in the market for what you have to offer. Number 2, focus on quality, not quantity. And I do just want to say, I'm not saying abandon informational content altogether, but monitor it closely and see if it still drives the traffic that it used to. Because the AI overviews and AI mode does provide links to where it gets its information, and some users may want to click through if they want to dive deeper. But I'd make sure that the information you share in your content is original, has expertise and experience, and showcases your authority. So provide examples and proof that the information you're sharing is trustworthy, like data or personal experiences. Because the irony is, AI-generated content is often considered low quality, even by the AI engines. A study by Neil Patel found that human-written content outperformed AI-generated content by 94% in search. And number 3, be sure to diversify your content distribution channels. So you cannot rely solely on SEO anymore. So you also may want to pay attention to other things like email, LinkedIn, content syndication channels, in-person events like trade shows. And lest we forget, there is another search engine. It's the 2nd biggest search engine in the world, and you're on it right now. That's right, it's YouTube. And thus far, YouTube does not have AI mode or AI overviews. Video is gaining steam, and Google's search engine and AI mode recommends videos in its results. But there's a bigger picture here that we need to address, and these are some cracks in the system that I see, some of those wrinkles that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that no one's really talking about, but I really think it deserves some attention because this could really change just everything. So first off, we've got the ad revenue problem. So we talked earlier about how people are not really clicking on links as much, and this is a problem because if people aren't clicking on links, Google Ads will really suffer. And this is how Google makes money. So is Google killing off its own revenue stream with all of these AI answers? Now, I get it. Google is in a tough place. They needed a strong AI response to beat out competitors like ChatGPT. But in doing so, are they cutting off their nose to spite their face? Now, Google has talked about incorporating ads into AI mode and AI overviews, but we still don't know what this looks like. And if AI answers everything, are advertisers going to keep paying for clicks that aren't happening? This is something Google really needs to address. And number 2, we've got the content creator revolt. So content creators and businesses creating content are pissed. They have spent a lot of time, energy, and resources to create this high quality content, and then AI comes along, steals it from them, gets all the rewards, and takes all their traffic. So at some point, publishers might just stop creating all this free content because why would they if it's not getting them traffic? But here's the thing. AI needs that content to provide accurate answers. Without the content, AI's got nothing to source from, and that's a big problem. Now, Google has entered some licensing agreements with Reddit and the Associated Press, but what about smaller content creators or independent experts? If AI starts pulling from fewer sources, that's going to affect the results because it's only using a handful of sources versus the entire internet. So this could affect the quality of the AI answers and change everything. And finally, we've got something that I like to call the AI paradox. So Google also just rolled out a slew of other AI tools, from agentic AI to video and image creation tools. So basically, it's going to be a lot easier to create content with AI now. But the AI paradox is this: we all love using AI to help us create content, but we don't like consuming content generated by AI. We just don't trust it as much, and it feels a little soulless. We have already seen a huge backlash against AI written content. There's a lot of AI shaming going on. And as we saw, it just doesn't perform as well. Just look at this AI generated video shared on Instagram by Amy Sedaris. The disdain in the comment section is huge. People can tell that it's AI and they do not like it. So at some point there could be a bigger cultural shift. Maybe not against AI as a tool completely, but against this wave of lifeless content that's flooding the internet. It's a delicate balance. And tell me, I'm really curious what you think of this AI revolution. Do you like consuming AI content? Why or why not? I'm genuinely curious what you think, so let me know in the comments below. But here is one thing that we really need to remember, and that is things always change. There was a time when there was no Google and no internet for that matter. We had to market our businesses through other means: snail mail, conferences, cold calling. And then Google came along and changed everything. Suddenly there were new opportunities and marketers had to adapt. So back in the 90s, there was a dot-com bubble, and there was just this deluge of internet startups, but eventually the bubble burst. Right now, we're just in the beginning stages of the AI era. Now, the train has left the station for sure, and it's not turning back, but we still have yet to see how it's all gonna shake out and where it's gonna land. We're in this bubble now, and it's exciting, but eventually, it's going to burst too. We've been here before. Tech changes, platforms shift, but the marketers who win are the ones who keep their eyes on the ball, adapt fast, and don't put all of their traffic in one basket. Just look at my little T fortune. It says, without the storms and rain, life would cease to be. Profound. It's going to be a wild ride, my friends. So if you want to prepare yourself and learn how to optimize content for AI and search engines, watch this video next where I walk you through all of it, and you'll also get a keyword placement checklist that makes it easy. So I will see you over there.